This could be the sweatiest, hottest club you've ever played.
This is the hottest club I've ever played. Hey,
Shuba's was warm though. I remember the last time we played.
Yeah.
Shuba's is a warm gig.
This might have beat it.
It's the Sam Roberts Band here backstage at Lollapalooza. You guys played at Shuba's last night?
No, a few years ago.
A few years ago.
But it was so hot that we still remember it.
You've never forgotten the hot night at Shuba's.
No.
Wow.
This is the kind of day where you reconnect with all the hot days of your life.
Yeah.
You start stacking them together and wondering which one takes the cake. Right now, I feel like this is about as hot as I've ever been.
In the summer of '87.
I remember.
Well, thanks a lot for stopping by and singing songs for us here.
It's our pleasure.
Backstage. Your album, Love at the End of the World, very successful for you guys. It did quite well. You won a bunch of awards, Canadian awards. The Juno Award.
That's right, yeah. Well, we're still trying to make that translate here south of the border. You know, that's sort of our primary focus and our mission right now is to take that and find a way of I don't know, making it happen down here somehow. So we've been touring a lot in the States this year, and luckily enough, we've been asked to come out and play festivals like this one at Lollapalooza, and we'll be at ACL later on this year as well. Cool. And yeah, I mean, basically any opportunity that we can get to come down here and get the band on stage in front of people, because I think that that's sort of a vital component to the relationship and to getting people excited about the music too.
Yeah, well, we really enjoyed playing Them Kids. Such a great rock song. It really is, you know, and the refrain, the chorus is just like, it's a great question. It makes you think about that and have conversations with people, you know, about the kids don't dance to rock and roll, and it's always seems to me like the easiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's sort of a challenge that we throw out there to people, really, and I think for ourselves, especially as adherents to, I guess, what we consider to be the true path of rock and roll, you know, just trying to keep younger people engaged in it, and to keep that way of playing and the style of music relevant in today's world is, I think that's the biggest challenge that we face as a band, and a lot of bands like ourselves as well.
Well, like the type of music that you guys do play and the songwriting and the playing of it, it's such timeless music, you know, that it always transcends an era, and there's always a place for it.
Well, that's what drew us to it in the first place as well. I mean, we were born after or during the heyday of rock and roll, but by the time we actually became conscious about it, we were sort of past its prime, so to speak. But again, like you say, there's a timelessness to the music that has become the benchmark for us as a band, and for myself as a songwriter. That's what I'm going after. I'm trying not to write songs that sort of have 5-minute sort of flash in the pan existence. I want to write something that's going to speak to people across hopefully generational boundaries. I don't know if that's the case or what will happen, but that's my goal anyway.
Yeah, well, just keep doing what you're doing, and you know, staying true to what you want to do, and good things always come from that. You're touring a lot, and are you having time to write new songs for a new record?
Not a one.
Not a one.
Not a one.
Nah, that's not true.
I don't write a lot on the road, but the road is it's very important in the sense that you're constantly surrounded by or engaged in the act of playing music, and somehow that experience just finds its way into songwriting when you do actually sit down in a slightly more sort of tranquil, peaceful state of mind to write. You find all these things coming back at you from your experiences on tour. So while I'm not sort of directly sitting down and putting pen to paper every day, I know that it's sitting in there somewhere, and then you wait until it's like a dam, you know, the pressure builds up and eventually it's going to blow, and that's when you hope that you have the time and space to sit down and work on a record. So we're almost there, a couple more weeks, and I think we're going to be getting into it.
Well, good luck on the rest of this tour, and you know, this is really getting you ready for ACL, for us in City Limits.
For the heat or for the actual festival and the show itself?
I'm saying all the way around, especially the heat. I was just talking to a guy on another stage who's from Austin. Wow. Yeah. They've had 50 days over 100 degrees this summer. So maybe by the time you get there, it'll cool off.
I think so. They've actually bumped the date back.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah,
we played there in 2006 or 2007, and it was about 110 plus maximum humidity. So I think they've realized that it's, you know, to push it back a couple of weeks is probably the wise decision, and so we'll see. Yeah,
well, all the best with the rest of your year and the rest of your shows, and we look forward to seeing you again when you come back to Chicago. So thanks for stopping by and playing for us.
November.
Thank you.
In November you'll be back.
November we're coming back to Chicago. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, cool. Do you know where you're playing? Well, we'll figure that out.
The information will be soon widely available. So.
And we'll let people know about it on XRT. So, thanks a lot.
It's a pleasure.
And
Thank you,
like I said,
us.
have a great rest of the day.
Right on.
Cheers.
You too.
Sam Roberts Band, I'm Marty Leonardson. We are backstage at Lollapalooza, 93 XRT.